and no real difference with the last one either. Bit more text and got to turn over the page, but we've still got the auxiliary equation of 250 over 3, and so m is, what's that? That's 5 root 10 over root 3i, and so the general solution, a cos 5 root 10 over root 3 t plus b sine the same thing, 5 over root. I mean, all that's happened is this number here has got more complicated, hasn't it? Are we going to have to differentiate that? Yeah, of course we are, to find out the other bit. So differentiating it will give us minus 5 root 10 over root 3a sine all of it plus b 5 root 10 over root 3 cos 5 root 10 over root 3t. Lots of writing. Sorry it was so dull. What are we told? We are told that, what's my additional conditions? Oh, I had to go back to the other page. So at t equals 0, x equals 15. And so that gives me a is equal to 15. And at t is equal to 0, the velocity equals 0 because it says it was released from rest. And so that tells me b is equal to 0. And my equation is 15 cos 5 root 10 over root 3t. The period of this oscillation is going to be 5 root 10 over root 3t equals 2 pi. And so t for that one there, that is going to be root 30 pi divided by 25. Do we need that as a decimal? We could tap that on the calculator and find out what it's going to be. So that is your period. And the amplitude, we can see the amplitude, it's just that number there. The amplitude is 15. And the last bit, so Anton says that it will keep going forever. It will keep swinging forever. And well, that's true. That maths, it would keep going forever here. That this doesn't take into account any friction or air resistance or anything like that there. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to put some dampening effect on it. And so that would be putting something on it. So maybe just putting a little function of t. I mean, we could divide it all by some function of t. And so that as that function of t tends to, as t tends to infinity, that function of t would have to tend, not there, times it by a function of t. That function of t would tend to 0. Something like that. So I was putting it down there, for example, like dividing by t, because that would tend to 0 there.